news.
Athens City Council has made it clear that data centers will not be welcome in their city limits. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, tonight's council meeting just wrapped up. City leaders in a 3-2 vote creating a zoning law ordinance instead of allowing this. Now, this comes 4 months after folks packed chambers to oppose a proposed project. And as part of tonight's ordinance, the city had to spell out exactly what counts as a data center. Well, under the new rule, a data center is defined as a facility larger than 500 square feet used to house computer servers. Council says the vote ensures that data center development, including battery storage facilities, will fall into this ordinance, which bans them from being built there. And again, this only pertains to city limits of Athens. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, it also includes those battery storage facilities. Now, council went on to say that the zoning law, when it comes to the size limit, that matters here. It keeps smaller operations like a server room at a school or a business office from being caught up in the new zoning rule.